What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? GS350 JP in the house. Okay, ready? Okay, so I want to talk about picking up women, right? Men and men and women relationships and stuff like that, right? So if you guys listen to the unlisted video that I put up about the conversation me and my friends had, they're all talking about, a lot of people say they have confidence and stuff for that. The next night we had got into this long conversation, until, I don't know, like 4:30 in the morning again, talking about confidence, right? And so I made this video about a father and talking to his son about confidence in passing a test. And so so I'm gonna run it through it again. So the father, the son tells his father, "Hey, Dad, I got a test tomorrow." And the father said, "Okay, how you think you're gonna do? How you gonna do? How you think you're gonna do?" And the son said, "Well, I got confidence that I'm gonna pass the test." And the father and the son proceeded to walk out the door, and his father called him back in and said, "What did you say?" And he said, "I have confidence I'm going to pass the test." So the father said, No. Don't sit down, we gotta talk." And so the father asked him a few questions. Well, what is it about? Let's say if it's about math. He said, "Okay, do you know the vocabulary? Do you know all the vocabulary, of whatever section or whatever you're doing? Do you know how to, can you do those problems, like, let's say 20 problems, can you finish them all in about, let's say one problem might take on an average 4 minutes to do, right? Because people, don't study and stuff. So he'll just, that's 20, that's, some time, right? But he asked his son, do you think you can finish that in about 30 minutes or so? And of course, the son said, no. Or something like that. I'm kind of maybe changing up the story and stuff like that. And the son was like, no. He said, well, you know what, son? You can't think that you have confidence. Either you're going to pass the test or you're not going to pass the test. Okay? And you're going to get 100 or you're not going to get 100. Okay? It's not about no confidence. It's about knowing what's on the test. It's about knowing not what's on the test, but actually knowing the subject. The adding, the math, the calculus, the vocabulary, how to do proofs, how to see what is those special equations inside of another equation, like if you like, what is it? I forget the laws of cosine and stuff like that. If you happen to run across or if you see an application where you can apply it instead of going through the whole thing and all of that stuff. So when he talked to his son, and he said, "Well, can you do that?" And his son would say, "Well, no, I can't do everything," or something like that, right? And then the father said, "Well, if you don't think you can do it, why are you saying you have confidence? Confidence has nothing to do with you passing this test. All you has to do, but the only thing that have to do is whether you know it or you don't know it. Now, if you know everything, and if you want to say, well, I got confidence, I'm going to pass this test, that's fine. Because confidence still doesn't come into it, because if you already know it, where's the confidence at? That's like if somebody give you a test saying, like, 2 + 1. Now, do you feel confident that you're going to get 2 + 1 = 3 correct? No, you don't have any confidence in that. There's nothing. You know it. There's no feelings, no emotions in it. It's just 2 + 1, what? 3. That's it. And then people say, "Well, are you sure?" And then you're like, "Yeah, I know. I know. Sure. Are you confident?" It's not even about confident. It's, I know this is it. Period. It ain't got nothing to do with any emotions. So when I talk to my friends and stuff, and I tell them about talking to these women and stuff, I say, listen, you don't need confidence to talk to these women. You don't have to be sure of yourself that you can do this, because the whole thing about speaking to women is only just communication, and all that other stuff is going to come in and come out and everything else. And there's no reason to be confident whether you're going to sleep with this woman or you're going to get her number or anything like that, because you never know. You probably don't even want the number. You sit around and you can walk down the street and walk up to some girl and she'll turn around and her teeth might be all messed up, and you're like, oh, and then bam, You know, why didn't you talk to her? You didn't have confidence. No, I didn't like her. But you know, you said you know, the whole thing. Or you know, some girl, you know, might walk up to you and you know, smile at you and all this stuff, and you walk over to her and say something. You got tobacco breath, and she just walks away. You know, and what happened? You know, it has nothing to do with confidence. It's just that, you know, situations happen where confidence don't have to be in there, and that's what I'm trying to say. It's better. I'm saying that it's better to create, have those kind of situations where you don't have to have confidence. It's all depending on your skills, you know, and in your skills, you know, or your vocabulary, or you know, just your charm and stuff like that. And that stuff doesn't have to. You don't have to have confidence. I mean, you can speak to your friends. You talk to your friends, right? You talk to guys. Do you have confidence that you can talk to your friends? You know, no. You just go over there and you just talk to them. Period. You know, so the whole thing about speaking to girls and stuff is like that too. And the reason I'm saying this because I understand when people talk about confidence and all that stuff. What I'm saying is that when you start using these words, I call them abstract words and stuff, you know, because they really don't mean anything. You know, that you're causing this emotion to stir up in your body and stuff like that. When you start up these emotions and stuff in your body, then that's where doubt and, you know, insecurity, you know, where you're gonna start double thinking and start triple thinking yourself and stuff like that. And you don't have to do that, you know. You don't have to do that. I'm going to the bank right now, but you don't have to triple and double think yourself. You know, just go over there and say it. Now I was talking to a friend, and I sent him a message, and the message that I sent him, I'm going to stick it on the end of this, okay? And I'm going to stick it on the end of this, and let you hear it, right? But all that stuff they're saying about confidence and stuff, you guys don't need it. You know, you just have to know what you want to say. You know, you walk up to a girl, open your mouth, go, that's it, communicate it. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't even gonna. You know, the communication can be even less than that. Because, like I said in my other videos, you know, you're walking down the street and a girl just look at you, bam, that's communication. Right there. Now, what does confidence have to do with that? You know, it's just bam, something that happens, and that's what it's supposed to be. When you talk to a girl, it's just supposed to be something that just happens. And I'm just saying, well, things in there. That's all I'm just saying. You know, things just happen. You know, and that's the way it's supposed to do. You walk down the street, you see this girl, bam, the conversation just happens. You know, you fall in love, it just happens, you know. You fall out of love, it just happens, you know. And that's it, you know. All that communication and stuff that, you know, people, you know, what you call it? Confidence. Now, I'm going to tell you something. You know, I'm not going to say I just walk up and just talk to any girls and stuff like that, because sometimes I do, and it just don't work out. Or sometimes I start triple thinking myself, you know. And once I start doing that, I'm like, oh, forget it, you know. But the whole thing about talking to a girl, you know, and trying to do it is really, you don't have to put so much work into it. Because it, like, you know, we all know, you know, girls know. As soon as you walk up, as soon as you see the girl from far off, you know, she already gonna look at you. I mean, especially those women that when you get close to them, and you're not even within 10 feet, and they're already turning their heads, you know, turning their heads like they're trying not to, like they like doing like this, you know, and like they trying not to see you and stuff, you know, and how can I say that? And you're like, wait a minute, you know, why is she doing it, you know? Because she's doing that because she already noticed you from far off, and maybe she don't want to talk to you. Maybe she do want to talk to you, and she just, you know, acted stuck up. Or, you know, some women, you know, they just think they just so fine that when a guy walk by them, they're gonna, you know, you're just gonna automatically look at them. You know, so they're assuming all this stuff, and you know, they triple thinking their thoughts and stuff, and you know, get tripped up in them. You see them coming. And you can tell they're looking at their head, they're turning their heads. So I don't even look at them. I just keep on going, and then they'll try to like kind of look at me and then, you know, kind of make a illegal move or something like that. So I could look at them so they can really turn their head, you know, and everybody's staring like, oh, she don't want to look at him, you know. But, you know, I don't move past all of that stuff. So, you know, talking to girls it's not hard. It's just like I told my friends that was in a video for you guys that saw it. If anybody want to see it, you know, you guys gotta let me know. But it's only from the homies. The haters, you can't see it because I wrote all y'all names down. All y'all fish pages down. All the haters, so I can make sure, you know, I don't give it to, you know, I know who it is. If you're a new person, I don't recognize your name, you're not going to get it, even if you are a brother, you know. Sorry. And, you know, trying for the old school guys and stuff, too. You know, so just let me know. But anyway, how can I say that? It's not even, like I said, talking to a woman is just something that should just happen. Just like you breathe, it just happens. Just like you eat, it just happens. You know, you just put it in your mouth, you know, you get the energy and it rains, it just happens. Now, things cause these things to happen, but what caused these things to happen? Something else that just happened. And it could be nature, you know, the natural order of things, and the natural order of men and women are to talk, are to have sex, are to have fun, create babies, and enjoy life and create things, you know, and all that other negative stuff, you know, that stuff is something that just don't happen. You know, that stuff is something creates those things, you know, and then things fall out, you know, but those things can, you know, it is possible to live a sinless life on this planet. It is very possible. It is very easy. And all you have to do is understand one thing, is that you're the most important person on this earth, but you cannot move ahead without the cooperation of other people who's thinking that they are the most important people on this earth, and they also have the understanding that they cannot move or advance forward without the help of someone else. And when you start thinking like that, you can really change a lot. But, you know, I'm changing the subject now. So basically, when you're talking to these women, just let it happen. You don't have to, you really don't have to think of some line. Like I told my friends, I said, you know, just make plan A, B, and C, know what you want to say, and blah, blah, this. You don't even have to do that. You just walk down the street, you see this girl, you know, and you could just say, wow, you look nice, and keep on walking. That's communication. You threw your rap, you threw your game. You know what I'm saying? Now, she got to take the bait. Or she got to make it happen, because you can walk up and you can talk to, like, you could be in Japan, like out here, you sit up here and talk to these girls, and they're on the train, they're like, As soon as that train, that door open, they gone. You know what I'm saying? You say, yeah, man, I threw it down, man. I was talking, but you know, you ain't gonna get nowhere talking to a wall, you know. So, all I'm just saying, this is easy, you know. The whole thing is this. Stop thinking and start noticing. You know, you walk down the street, you see a girl, and if you feel that you like her or you want to get engaged in a conversation, there are plenty of things to talk about. You don't have to think about anything. You see her hair, you say, wow, your hair looks nice. Where'd you get your hair done? You know, and that's okay to ask girls that question. Or where'd you get your clothes at? Or wow, how did you start walking like that? Or, you know, when you your shoulders or whatever, your fingernails are nice. You know, where'd you get the paint from? Who made it? What's the designer? And it's cool because you get to talk about things that are not just the normal average things, like, well, where do you work at, and you know, how old are you, and where do you live, and what do you like to do, and you know, stuff like that. You know, you just get engaged in the conversation about things that you see on her, or things that you see around her, or things that she expresses. And I think I've told this to my friends. You know, I said, listen, if you wanted to get a girl, the best thing to do is ask them questions about them and let them do all the talking. And you do not have to say a word. You do not have to say a word. And when they finish talking, when you get tired of listening to them, you say, I'm gone. And they might say, where you going? You say, I'm going to eat. And then they're going to invite themselves, you know, especially if you're a handsome black man, or, you know, whoever you are. But, you know, I'm talking to the brothers and stuff. I always emphasize that, right? You know why? Because I don't really know everybody else's lifestyles and stuff, so I can't really emphasize it, you know, so I don't try to, you know. But I'm sure you guys understand.